覚えてますか皆さん。これもナルトに出てくるキャラクターなので字が全て読めなくてもわかるかもしれません。まずはこの字ですね。前回からのくでした。次は初めからのいです。わかるかね。くで始まりいで終わる名前は何でしょうか。答えはくれないでした。はい、一緒です。最初はさ、このように書きます。1、2、3。さ、さというのは、I'm not speaking English. Frick, I'm sorry guys. Sa is usually written this way. So you have 1, 2, 3 strokes. When you see it on the computer, it'll be connected. It'll look more like that. I think in some fonts, it kind of looks like this face. If you know the character Melio, this Sa, he also says sate 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 a lot from Seven Deadly Sins. So you can remember the Sa from that as well. Okay, the next one is she. So it's pronounced like the name she, but it's just a swoop. It's like a backwards J. I had to think about whether that was backwards or not for a second. You can think of, it looks like a hook, like a fishing hook, but without this little thing. Kakashi, the end of Kakashi has shi. So remember this is really useful. You can also go to someone and say shi. It means like, be quiet. Next is su. Su has this little curvy thing. I really like this character because it has this little loop here. But yeah, it's just like a T with a little a swoop, because su for swoop. 1, 2. It only has 2 strokes. And it's kind of fun. Susume no namida, I think, is what has 2 su, because susume means like sparrow. Or yeah, well, okay, I have to explain that. So you know how last time we added this and the K turned into a G. This, if you added the S, turns into a Z. So except for this one turns into a J actually. So za, ji, zu. Ze. So these two you'll see at the end of a sentence a lot. So like ikoze would be the se here, and then なんだっけ、そんなもん言われてないぞ would be so ze or se, the way you write is 1, 2, 3. The way I remember this one is it looks a little bit like the letter E if you think about it, kind of, because it's got this like curvy structure, I guess, maybe. Se. So you just, it's also kind of like a hat, and like a little gentlemanly top hat, I don't know. And he's got a big mouth. I don't know. The more fun you have with the drawing of it, the more easy it'll be for you to remember. So like, just try to make something up. It doesn't matter what it is, but like, just like think of it as a picture in your mind, and it'll help a lot with being able to draw it. Okay, and then this one, so result. You write this all in one, so it's like a big zigzag. It looks like a rest in music a little bit. If you want to think about it like that. No, that's not the right way to write an S. Especially in manga, you'll see soul written differently, but you can also think of it as a Z with a C attached, and that helps to remember soul a little bit more. Our first word is going to be, try to read it, sasu. What does this mean? Stab. is like you're stabbing out the kunai, like you're doing the act of stabbing with the kunai. But yeah, sasu is the verb to stab. Shishi is orders. Sorry for the random audio cut, I didn't explain this very well, but shishi ni shitaka means obey your orders. So you might hear a superior telling that to a lower rank person, which happens a lot in anime. Oh, you can read this word. This is also a common one. Shi, zu, ka. Okay, so this one's a little bit older, but you can still read it if you watched all the videos in order. This means quiet. This is pretty common, I would say. Bonus levels of shizuka. Shizuka ni shite kudasai. Please be quiet. Shizuka ni. Be quiet. Shizuka ni shiro. Shut up. Tamare. Shut the F up. Try it on your friends. Sezu means you usually use it with ni, but sezu on its own just means like without. So if you say shishi sezu ni ugoku means moving without orders. So like you acted before the person could order you, or like without them ordering you, which would be a bad thing in Naruto. There you go. Sezu ni so or zo would be of course the traditional so. I got overly excited and was a jumbled mess of explaining, so I'm doing another voiceover. So basically is the response you use for yeah, that, or yeah, that's the one. That's the thing I was talking about. For example, if you can't think of a word, like say you're trying to remember the word for zebra and you describe it as like a black and white striped horse, and your friend is like, oh, are you talking about a zebra? You can be like, so, sorida. So is more often used by girls than guys, I think, but guys can still use it. It's not necessarily like strictly a girly word or anything. I just feel like more of my guy friends either say so, like straight, or like soldana. I feel like this is a word that's used more in real life than it is in anime and manga, just because it's used by the younger generation. But if you ever have a Japanese friend that you're texting, you can definitely use this so. The next word is a word from Hunter x Hunter. I kind of debated on whether or not to actually leave this one in here, but go ahead and try and read it. It's something Hisoka says a lot. The word is zoku. It means excited, in kind of a creepy way. A lot of times, because wakaku is the normal one, but zoku is like a little bit more like, I don't know what. Anyway, just think of Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. You know, the clown guy with the, I can't draw a star. We'll just do that. Before I end today's video, I wanted to go over what we've learned so far by doing a little review with some actual Japanese. This is like a small diary entry that I wrote for you guys as practice. It's all in Hiragana. So let's look through this paragraph to see what you can find. I'm gonna read it out loud first, and while I'm reading, see if you can find all the characters that you know from the past 3 sessions. 昨日は長い間 PC の画面を見たせいで頭が痛くなりました。今日はちゃんと休憩を取り、頭が痛くないように行動します。First, let's start by finding every a, i, u, e, and o. You can pause this video to find them yourself, or wait until I give you the answer. There are 16 in total. The answer will be in 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Did you find them all? Next, we're going to go over ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, and don't forget about ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. The answer will appear on the screen in 3, 2, 1. This time, there are 11 ネッ